Okay, we are good.
All right. Good morning. My name is Emily Supinger, and I am the chair of the Zoning Board of Appeals. I'd like to take a minute to remind everyone about the rules of this proceeding. This proceeding is governed at all times by the rules of procedure adopted by the board, last amended on June 16th, 2022. A copy of the rules of procedure is available for review online. This is a quasi-judicial hearing. As such, the board reserves the right to deliberate in private. The Ohio rules of evidence do not apply to this hearing. However, professional rules of conduct do apply, and candor to the tribunal is required. The board members are citizen volunteers and are not paid for their service. They are treated as public officials under Ohio law. Any attempt to influence them, including but not limited to bribery, intimidation, retaliation, which may include contacting their employer in an attempt to exert influence, is punishable as a crime. All should be aware that this meeting is being recorded. Therefore, please speak clearly into the microphone and state your name and address for the record. In the event of any technical difficulties with the video conferencing technology, I may continue or postpone this hearing at my discretion. All participants providing testimony must have both camera and audio features turned on in order to participate. With that said, we'll proceed to the first case. Today's agenda, we have one item on the consent agenda, case Z4070-2022. The location is 2244 Beachmont. The applicant is Abigail Arnold, and the applicant seeks Urban Design Overlay District permission approval for an outdoor dining area and alterations to window openings and coverings of existing windows in Urban Design Overlay District number 8, Mount Washington Business District, and all other relief required by the zoning code. As this is a consent agenda item, is there a motion with respect to the item?
Madam Chair.
Yes.
I did want to make you aware. I became aware right before this meeting that there is a slight modification to the applicant's proposal.
Okay.
It actually has, I understand the applicant has revised its application, so it needs less relief or approval from the board. So I might recommend just briefly allowing the applicant and staff to explain those changes before proceeding to approve it, so the record's clear.
Sure, that's fine. He'll be speaking on behalf of the applicant.
That would be me, Abigail Arnold with red. I don't know what you're referring to that the application has less though. Maybe Wes knows, can direct me.
Yeah. Good morning, this is Wes Monzel. The changes to the signage that you had sent me.
Gotcha.
Removing the graphic and changing it to, removing the pepper graphic and changing it to not a sign.
Sure.
Yeah.
I understand now. Thank you. Yeah, we're talking about the perforated wall piece on the side of the building. At first, we thought there would be a pepper that represents a Chipotle on there, but talking with the design team, they're going to do a foil perf pattern, which is more abstract. Can I share a screen on you? I was going to show you the images, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it here. Yeah. There we go. So I had a couple images. This one is this was a window film, but it had the same kind of graphic. As you can see, like abstractly, it's like a foil pattern. You can kind of see it better. This is a drawing of one where it would be in a perforated version, like we're going to do. So what they do is they modify the hole size, and then you get a cool little graphic that looks like foil. This is a rendering of that. Oh, and another graphic of it. And then I don't have a lot of images because this will be kind of one of the first ones we're doing, but this one has an image of that idea here, where previously it had this pepper kind of on it specifically. So we're avoiding that in this case. Like that. So that's the only difference from what was on there previously.
Is that the image that you'll be using?
They have not finished the actual image yet. They're working through that process right now.
And then would the material change that it's manufactured on based on the change, or is it the same?
Same material, so it's that that metal that you could see in some of the last image of the package. That's a metal that's perforated, and then they finish it with this rusted, like kind of looks like a Corten, but it lasts better than Corten.
So
It looks like,
is the impact of this change that this is no longer considered signage and therefore the signage relief isn't necessary?
Yeah, that's how Wes was describing it.
So the relief request is just related to the window openings as well as the outdoor dining area?
Yes.
So is the zoning department of the city interpreting that the change from the pepper to a more abstract art piece, that goes from signage to exterior art?
Yes.
That's correct. So I just want to,
so sorry, Mr. Munzel, so that puts the total signage under the allowed square footage? Did I hear that? Did I understand that right?
Yes, this is Wes Monzel. The signage that they propose is below the allowed amount on the Beachmont facade, and then the original analysis shifted signage that's allowed from the north facade to the Beachmont, but that won't need to happen anymore. And the signage they have on the north facade is also conforming.
okay, so just so we're clear, under the staff report, the variance with respect to the signage is no longer needed. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay,
Because the graphic is not a sign anymore, so it's just a graphic.
okay, so the relief requested, so we have approval of the urban design overlay and approval of the conditional use for the outdoor, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any other questions from the board members? With that modification, is there a motion with respect to the item?
Madam Chair, I'll move to approve the over design review for the changes in windows and for the street facades facing Beachmont, and it's defined by staff and also the conditional use approval.
There's a motion by Mr. Zelasco. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Benny. We'll do a roll call vote. Ms. Powell,
Yes.
Mr. Moran,
Yes.
Mr. Benny,
Yes.
Mr. Zelasco,
Aye.
and I vote yes as well. So there's a unanimous approval. Are there any other items, Marion?
Not to my knowledge, Madam
Okay.
Chair.
With that, all we need is a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, please signify by saying yes.
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 Yes. Those opposed? The motion carries. We stand adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Have a great week.
Thank you. Good luck with